So now we are reading nutrition in plants from class 7. Okay. So in class 6 you have learned that food is essential for all living organisms, and we know food every living things need for growth, for their life they need food. You also learned that carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals are components of food. So we already know what are the food components. So the components of food are proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. These components of foods are called nutrients and are necessary for our body. So what are necessary for our growth and for our body? The food components, which are called nutrients, are important for our body. Okay, the food components called nutrients are important for our body. All living organisms require food. Plants can synthesize food for themselves, but animals, including human, cannot. Okay. See, plants can prepare their own food, but animals cannot prepare their own food. They are dependent on plants or other animals for their food. They get it from plants or animals that eat plants. Okay. Thus, humans and animals are directly or indirectly dependent on plants. Okay, likewise, any animals, human beings, or organisms are directly or indirectly they are dependent on plants for food and nutrients. Okay, so one question is there. Bujo want to know how plants prepare their own food. Good question. How can plant prepare their own food? So we will see in the coming topics how plants can prepare their own food. So 1.1 mode of nutrition in plants. Plants are the only organisms that can prepare food for themselves by using water, carbon dioxide, and minerals. So, plants can prepare their own food by using water, carbon dioxide, and minerals. Basically, we will see later on some more details on it and the equation of the food process in the plant. So, carbon dioxide plus water, that is carbon dioxide along with water in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, make food for the plant. And what is that food exactly, we will see in the coming topic. The raw materials are present in their surroundings. Okay, so plant cannot move from one place to another, that we can see and we know. So how plant prepare, they get it from their surroundings. Okay, they collect everything through their leaves or through their roots. Okay, so now the nutrients enable living organisms to build their bodies to grow. Nutrients enable living organism to build their body to grow. So growth takes place because of the nutrients. To repair damaged part of their bodies also we need nutrients, and provide the energy to carry out life processes also we need nutrients. So nutrition is the mode of taking food by an organism and its utilization by the body. Okay. Okay. Nutrition is the mode of taking food by an organism and its utilization in the body. So the mode of taking food by any organism and its utilization by the body is called nutrition. The mode of nutrition in which organisms make food themselves from simple substances is called autotrophic. Auto means self, tropos means nourishment, that is nutrition. Okay. The mode of nutrition in which organisms make food themselves from simple substances is called autotrophic nutrition. So one definition is very important here. What is autotrophic nutrition? So the mode of nutrition in which organisms make their own food in very simple language. Okay, is called autotrophic nutrition. Therefore, plants are called autotrophs, and those organisms which can make their own food are called autotrophs. Okay, animals and most other organisms take in food prepared by plants. However, animals we know and other organisms also take their food from plants or other animals which eat plants or plant products. They are called heterotrophs. So animals which or organisms which do not prepare their own foods and are dependent on plant or other animals, they are called heterotrophs. Heteros means other. So they are depending on others for nutrition. Okay. Now one thing is that Pahili want to know why our body cannot make food from carbon dioxide, water and minerals like plant do. So now Paheli is wondering why we cannot make our own food like plants do. Okay, so plant have some special things with them. A food factory they have using which they prepare their own food. So we will see it in the coming topics. Now we may ask where the food factories of plants are located. Whether food is made in all parts of a plant or only in certain parts. How do plants obtain the raw materials from the surroundings? How do they transport them to the food factories of plants? Okay, these are some of the questions which we will discuss in the coming topics. So 1.2 says about photosynthesis, food making process in plants. So which is the process for food making or food production in plants? So the process is called photosynthesis. See here, leaves are the food factories of plants. So where the food is prepared in plant, it is prepared in leaves. Leaves are the food factories of plants. Therefore, all the raw materials must reach the leaf. Water and minerals present in the soil are absorbed by the root and transported to the leaves. Carbon dioxide from air is taken in through the tiny pores present on the surface of the leaves. These tiny pores are surrounded by guard cells. Such pores are called stomata. So it is basically telling that there are some small holes or pores on the surface of the leaves. Those pores are called stomata, and stomata is surrounded by the guard cells. So these guard cells, you can see it is given in the picture below here, and you can see a stomatal opening is here, and it is surrounded by the guard cells on the surface of the leaf. It is taken from the surface of the leaf. From here one line is there drawn to show that. Water and minerals are transported to the leaves by the vessels, which run like pipes throughout the root, the stem, the branches, and the leaves. Okay, so there are pipes like a structure within the plant itself, and the stems of the plants from the root to the leaf. Okay, to the leaf tips also, using which the water minerals reaches to the other part of the plants. So it says water and minerals are transported to the leaves by the vessels which run like pipes throughout the root, the stem, the branches, and the leaves. So everywhere it reaches through those pipes. They form a continuous path or passage for the nutrition to reach the leaf. So continuous path is there using which water and mineral reaches the leaf and other parts of the plants. They are called vessels. You will learn more about transport of materials in plant in chapter 11. We will discuss it more in details in chapter 11. So now it is about the stomata, photosynthesis, and the food production in plants. So now one question is there. Pahili want to know what is so special about the leaves that they can synthesize food but other parts of the plant cannot. So she is asking why only leaf can prepare the food for plants, why other part of the plant cannot. Okay. So the leaf have a green pigment called chlorophyll. So it is only in the leaf that chlorophyll is present. This is very important for the food production in plant. It helps leaves to capture the energy of the sunlight. So sunlight or energy from the sunlight is captured by chlorophylls. This energy is used to synthesize or prepare food from carbon dioxide and water. Then this energy is used to synthesize or prepare the food using carbon dioxide, that is gas, and water that comes from the root or atmosphere, mostly from the root that we water the plants. It goes from the vessel to the root, from the root to the leaves. Since the synthesis of food occurs in the presence of sunlight, it is called photosynthesis. So why it is called photosynthesis is given here. Since the synthesis of food occurs in the presence of sunlight, it is called photosynthesis. It happens only in the presence of sunlight. It means plant cannot prepare their food in night time or at night. They cannot prepare their food at night. So photo means light, synthesis means to combine. So it is only done when sunlight or light is present. Here it is given sunlight. So when sunlight is present. So we find that chlorophyll, sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water are necessary to carry out the process of photosynthesis. It is more clear and more direct statement here. So we can find that these four things are important for the process of photosynthesis. What are the four things? These are chlorophyll, sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water. It is a unique process on the earth. The solar energy is captured by the leaves and stored in the plant in the form of food. The sun is the ultimate source of energy for all living organisms. So, which is the ultimate source of energy for all living things? It is the sun. Sun is the ultimate source of energy for all living organisms. Can you imagine life on earth in the absence of photosynthesis? No, because plant can prepare their food only with the process of photosynthesis, and all other animals are dependent on the product of the plant itself. Okay, so without photosynthesis there will be no life. In the absence of photosynthesis there would not be any food. The survival of almost all living organisms directly or indirectly depends upon the food made by the plants. Besides oxygen, which is essential for the survival of all organisms, is produced during photosynthesis. Even oxygen, which is required by all living things, are produced by plants using the process of photosynthesis. In the absence of photosynthesis, life would be impossible on earth. Okay, so in the absence of photosynthesis, life would be impossible on earth. During photosynthesis, chlorophyll containing cells of leaves in the presence of sunlight use carbon dioxide and water to synthesize carbohydrates. The process can be represented in an equation. Carbon dioxide plus water in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll gives carbohydrate and oxygen. Okay, so this is the equation of how plant uses carbon dioxide and water to prepare food. During the process, oxygen is released. The presence of a starch in leaves indicates the occurrence of photosynthesis. Starch is also a carbohydrate. So, starch is also a